bigger the hair, the closer to heaven, they say. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shay, for all of you who are new, and in today's video, as you can see from the title down below, we will be discussing on how I get my hair this big. Now, a lot of people have DM'd me, actually not a lot, just a few, but it's a lot to me. A few people have DM'd me asking questions on Shay. They ask, Shay, how do you get your hair so big? Shay, how do you get your volume? Shay, teach us your ways. And so today this video is all about teaching you guys my ways of how I get my hair this big. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, my hair is wet again because I wanted to do some tips and stuff that is important when it comes to drying the hair and getting the hair from being wet all the way from drying it. So number one on our list on how to get voluminous hair is the type of product you use. Now, if you don't know, if you apply the product to your hair, any type of product, in fact, if you apply a product to your hair, the product itself, the molecules of the product enters the cuticle of the hair shaft. So the molecules go into the pores and the cuticles of your hair, and it fills up that cuticle. So what it basically means is it is now part of your hair, and if it's a heavier product, it's gonna weigh your hair down, you're gonna get less volume. If it's a lighter product, it's gonna keep your hair nice and lightweight, and your hair is gonna become nice and voluminous. Some people's hair can take a thick, dense product, some people can't. So it depends on your density or porosity of your hair. Now, if you have low density or low porosity hair, that means your hair is very, very thin. You have thin hair and you have less hair on your scalp. Now, if you have that type of hair, you want to use less dense product. The products must be lightweight, for example foams or a light leave-in conditioner that helps. If you have light density and porosity, stay away from gels, guys, unless the gel is very lightweight and unless it's for curly hair specifically, that has people that have less density and porosity in their hair, then use gel. But if it doesn't specify that, stay away, please. You are going to thank me after this. Stay away from gels. Now, if you have high porosity hair, or it's very dense, that I think that's kind of what I'm working with. I have a lot of hair on my hair scalp, and then also my hair is very dense, meaning that one string or strand of hair is very thick and it doesn't break easily. You have to like tug on it a few times for it to start breaking. To help you guys differentiate between lightweight and heavyweight product, I have two products right here that I want to just to show you guys the difference, right? So I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this on the camera, but this one, the first one, is Perfectly Rooted, the leave-in from Perfectly Rooted Hair Salon, and the second one you see here is this Afri-True leave-in conditioner. Now, this is the Perfectly Rooted, right? And notice, let me get it on my hand. Notice how it's like water-based. It's very, very lightweight. It doesn't weigh your hair down that much, and it is perfect for people who have low density or low porosity hair types. Now, if we move to the Afri-True leave-in conditioner, it is a little bit more dense. It's not that water-based. It is a lot water-based, but it's not as water-based as the Perfectly Rooted Hair Salon leave-in conditioner. So that is how you differentiate between the two. Just take them between your fingers if you can do this, and you can actually compare the two. Then you can see which ones are more lightweighted than the other. Now, if you have high porosity hair, high density hair, you can basically use anything on your hair, but try and stay away from gels. If you do use gels, just put it in your hands like this, and after you have applied product on your hair, just scrunch it in, but don't take every single hair strand and put gel in your hair. Your hair is gonna be very greasy, it's gonna become crusty, and your hair is gonna be way down, and you're not gonna get very big volume. Number two is also very critical and important tip that I can give you, that is part of the application process. When you are applying water or product to your hair, stay away from your scalp. Why? We want our scalps and the roots of our hair to be drier than the rest of the hair. We have to try and keep the roots of your hair as dry as physically possible, so that the hair on your scalp is fluffier. When the hair on your scalp is fluffier and it's drier, it's gonna give you more volume, because it's gonna be like thick here and then your precious curls are just gonna lay on top. So what I typically do is I go to the shower, I wash my hair, I come out of the shower, I get dressed, I do everything so that I allow my natural hair to air dry, so that I can also see this actual state that it is in. You will never be able to see the actual state your hair is in. If you have product in your hair and you let it air dry, you won't see the natural state of your hair. That is. After that, you can come back and apply the water, spray it, say 1 to 2 centimeters away from your scalp, apply your product and continue with your normal hair routine. Now number 3 is also a very crucial point. In fact, all of these points are crucial. Number 3 is your styling. So when it comes to styling, everyone has their own way of doing it, right? Every natural girl, curly girl, has her own routine, but a trick or a tip that I can tell you that will literally help you get more volume on your roots especially, is you can take your Denman brush and you can place it under, obviously after combing out your hair, combing through the product through your hair, take your Denman brush and place it under your hair and then pull it away from your scalp rather than pulling it down. If you're pulling it down, you're weighing your hair down, the same as a very high density product, a very high dense product will do to your hair, will weigh it down. Tip number 4 is the way you dry your hair. Usually I would just air dry my hair when it has the product and everything and it's styled already. But if I want maximum volume, maybe I'm going for a photo shoot, I just want to feel very pretty that day, or I just want to do a video, for example, I will use a blow dryer. Now I know that you're scared of using heat on your hair. You're supposed to be scared, by the way, to use heat on your hair, but you can use low heat or even cold air to blow dry your hair. And what this is going to do, it's also going to fluff up your roots. It's gonna fluff it up. The more wind that goes into your hair, the bigger your hair will get. I think we all have had an experience where we walked through the wind. Maybe it was very windy outside. I don't know if any of you have been through a tornado. Unfortunately, if you want voluminous hair, you're gonna have to sacrifice something else, and that is going to be, can't hear you, definition. Your curl definition is gonna go down once you put a blow dryer on your hair, or once you go walk in a volcano. Tornado. Once you walk in a tornado, I'm gonna show you guys how I use my blow dryer. Of course, I take off the tip of the blow dryer. If you take it off, it's gonna be less concentrated. That means your hair is gonna dry very quickly, and that means less heat on your hair. So depending on if you want to go very cold or if you want to go just medium heat or very low heat, lukewarm, then that is what you're gonna do. So I'm gonna show you guys how I typically blow dry my hair, just to speed up the drying process and to increase volume in the hair. You're gonna take your blow dryer and concentrate it more on your roots, because you want fluffier roots. So I'm gonna insert a short video right here where you can see I'm really concentrating the wind on my scalp so that the roots get more fluffy. Tip number 5 is undoing your curl clumps. So if you can find clumps of curls like these ones here, usually you'll get clumps at the back of your head. It's very, very common, and also on the side. Here are a few curl clumps right here. So we are gonna undo our curl clumps. So how I'm gonna do it is, that's basically, it's very, very easy. You're just gonna undo your clumps like this, so that you can have practically more curls on your head. And if you have more curls on your head, it is obvious that you're gonna have bigger volume. So this is the after taking out all of the curl clumps. So this is my hair right now. There's a lot more definition on the inside, as you can see. And yeah, I'll put a before photo here. You can already see a big difference even though I'm not done yet. Tip number 6, which is hair oils. Now this really depends on you, what you like and what works for your hair, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna apply oils to our fingertips and we're gonna massage it into our scalp. And while we do that, we're gonna separate the curls on our heads, which will create more frizz on the scalp. You've guessed that right. There are many known oils out there that you can try out, like coconut oil, jojoba oil, argan oil, olive oil. Personally, I don't like using castor oil. A lot of people say that it helps your hair grow and it thickens your hair and all of that, but I personally don't like castor oil because I don't know, I think the oil is very thick and so it builds up on the scalp a lot, and then you have to wash your hair more often than what you normally would. So I just prefer using a very lightweight oil that's not thick, and so you just massage it into your scalp. This is also the best part of the styling process, by the way, getting in a nice massage scalp. Now after massaging the scalp, you will immediately see the difference. Like, look how big my hair is right now. It is extremely voluminous. The curls are popping and it is extremely voluminous. So I don't usually apply the oil on my hair, especially because it's day 1. I'll maybe do that tomorrow, but I still have some oil left on my hair. So what I will do is I'll just rake that through my hair. I'm using the praying hands method, that's what they call it. And after doing that, I'll just fluff out my curls some more, shake my I really hope that all these tips and tricks really helped you guys. I hope that your hair is as voluminous as you want it to be. If you don't know which products works best for you yet, don't worry about it. It took me about 1 full year to figure out what works best for my hair, and so eventually we'll also be able to tell what works best for you, especially when it comes to oils. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you tried it. If you post something or you post on Instagram, please tag me and let me know if this worked for you, and I will see you guys in my next video.